This video will be real quick because I just want to get up one little update that I talked about, but it is an important update, so that's why I'm back with a quick video. And this one, as I've mentioned in other videos, it just remains very popular. A lot of people are always talking about it. If you want to go back and watch the video I did a few days ago, just search back through the history of the videos and you'll find it. But what I talked about was how the stock had gotten up above the 50-day, which is this purple line there, and that was important. But the key thing was, especially from a longer term perspective, the stock really needed to not only stay above, but begin to pull away from this orange line here, which is the 200-day simple moving average. So kind of half of an equation happened today. Unfortunately, it didn't pull away from it in the sense we'd like to see, because it did drop down here. But the important part that I like to see today in terms of the strength was, the price gapped way down and started to drop, and it was one of these things like, oh great, is it going to fall back below and just start to sink down? But the bulls really came in. You can see solid volume today. So when the price came down here, people were saying, hey, you know what, that looks like a bargain to me. I'm going to accumulate or buy into some shares. And not only did the price recover, but it actually closed up nice and green on the day compared to where it opened and where it had dropped. So despite the gap down, I would give this victory to the bulls. Now the key question is, and this was the other kind of part of why I wanted to do the video, was, is history going to repeat itself? And what I mean by that is, if we look back at the past history, not the exact same scenario, but we had this nasty day here, and then we had a gap down, price dropped down below the 200-day simple moving average, and then bounced back up very nicely. And then you can see what happened. Didn't really get any follow through, hovered around, and then eventually started to drop back down. Now, are we going to get a repeat of history where we see this scenario happen again, where there's not really any follow through, or are we going to see continued follow through? What would be even better yet is a bigger volume day tomorrow, and let the price get back up into this range where it's previously been. I don't know what will happen, but hopefully we don't see a repeat of this, where the 200-day looks like it's going to provide some nice solid support and give the trampoline effect where the price bounces up nicely, because it's looking like that now. It was nice strength, nice volume, but hopefully the strength and momentum can stay. And I'm not saying it's got to explode to the moon or anything, but if it can get back up to where it was and show that this wasn't just a one-day thing, show some follow through, then that's really going to be a testament to the strength of the stock. So in a nutshell, the chart definitely got tested today with the gap down and then having the price go. It responded very nicely, flexing its muscles and forcing the price back up here. So definitely an A for effort there. Now it's just a matter of hopefully getting back up into this range and showing that this wasn't just a one-day thing. Obviously tomorrow is Friday, so it's only got one more day left this week. But tomorrow and then definitely the early part of next week, what we don't want to see is for it to kind of go quiet again sideways and start to drift down and flirt with this 200-day, because last time it showed, it eventually started to fall away from it. Luckily it picked back up pace, but who's to say that won't happen again, and it'll just start to drift down even further. So so far so good, but hopefully tomorrow and then early next week we'll continue to show some bullishness off of this increased volume, and the price can start to get pushed back upward. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. You go there and sign up for the free newsletter. You will be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setup, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It's all free, no strings attached. We've been making some good money together on our alerts. So I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and